Doing numbers like equations. Trench talk. When you jump up off the porch as a youngin' and start posting on the block with the junkies and get it bounced.
What's up, man? Ladies and gentlemen, man, we on it. You know what I mean? Tapped into your boy Charlie's Visions, being there, Charlie, man. We gonna talk about it, G. You know what I'm saying? King Von thing, man. I want to address a couple of things that I've seen going around on the internet and stuff like that. I seen the Clubhouse interview. You know, I'm gonna tap into this first with Aveena Money, where she said that she wasn't standing over King Von's grave for clout. Now, like I say this right here, man, what would have been the purpose of standing on his grave if it wasn't for clout? What was the energy behind standing over the grave? Yeah, I mean, the man is no longer here. Your comments, what you said was very foul and disrespectful. And the only thing that you can get from doing that is getting clout. You know what I mean? If we're going to really define the word clout and what is the energy behind her standing on the grave, clout. She said in her comments on the Clubhouse interview was like, it wasn't about clout. She'd been in it since she was young and this and that. We understand that gangbanging is gangbanging. There's a lot of people from the West Side, a lot of people from Chicago and all over the world that gangbang. We understand that you're in it, you're in it. But when you're standing on a person that's deceased, that's no longer here, grave, the only thing you can get from that is the energy of clout. You know what I mean? That's what that is. It's clout when you do that. So that's nor here nor there, right? And I addressed that one. So let's talk about this serial killer thing when it comes to King Von being a serial killer, first rap serial killer, whatever they want to put out here to the media and put on these YouTube blogs and things of that nature. Do I look at Von as a serial killer? Not at all. Not at all. I don't look at Von as a serial killer. I look at Von as a gangster, as a gangbanger, as a dude that was true to his core when it came to gangsterism. You know what I mean? He was a gangster to the core. He was one of them niggas that was impulsive, and he had a passion for getting revenge on his ops and his enemies that crossed him or did things to his brothers. I mean, that's all that was, you know what I mean? He really was one of them guys, if you would have put Von in basketball or football, he was a tough competitor. You know what I mean? He had that competitive spirit in him. If it was basketball or football or something like that, he had a competitive edge where it's like he gonna get his lick back, the get back, all of that shit that you look at. You know what I mean? And you think about Von, it was always protecting, you know what I mean, his homies, his old block, you know what I mean, his gang and shit like that. Serial killer, when I look at that, you know what I mean, I know they try to say how the murders was construed or whatever, you know what I mean? Nah, I never looked at him as a serial killer. You know what I mean? The serial killers is, you know what I mean, what you call it, Jeffrey Dahmer. That was a serial killer. Niggas like that walked around at the night stalking people down and, you know what I mean? Jeffrey Dahmer was playing with young boys' butts and then putting them in containers and shit of our culture. That was a serial killer, nigga. He liked to play with the organs of the body and shit like that. That was that weirdo serial killer vibe. Von was a gangster. You know what I mean? He was getting money. You know what I mean? He was getting revenge for all the people that lost their life on his side of the street or his side of his gang, you know? It wasn't a nigga that the niggas come out, family members or something like that on Von's behalf and say, yeah, Von was one of them niggas that used to stab frogs when he was a little kid. And he was one of them niggas that used to see niggas walking past and just bust them in the ass and shit. You know what I mean? And the niggas started coming out with stories like that, then I would look at Von as a different type of motherfucker. But if you telling me Von was just getting niggas that was against his gang or disrespecting his name or shit like that, he was just a gangster, bro. That's how I look at it, man. I watched the documentary, man, and I was like, damn. A nigga fell asleep, woke back up. This nigga still had reports on Von killing niggas. I was like, God damn. I was like, man, if Von was still alive, bro, they would have put that man away for a long ass time, bro. They would have given that nigga a longer time than Rondo number 9, you know, D Rose, all them niggas. They would have gave Von a lot of time in them jail cells if he would have been still alive to this day. You know what I'm saying? They was going to try to crucify Von with all the evidence that came back. And I seen the FBG, Butta, you know what I mean, was speaking on Von one time and said that Von is overhyped and the chaos situation that had nothing to do with Von. And then I sat back and I look at him. He had a little beef with Trench's News, you know what I mean, which I feel like Trench's News is one of the, hands down, when I think about Trench's News, he probably one of the best storytelling niggas I ever seen ever, man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga tells stories, man, and it'd be... At this point of what I've heard and what I've seen from him and then FBG Butta, I don't see the same. I think Trench's News is trying to bring you the most accurate news he can possibly give you. And that's what I've seen from when I look back on some of the shit that he, like for instance, the KI thing. Everything he said about it was factual. You know what I mean? The young lady got shot 9 times, and then one of the people was going in and gruesome details of how she got hit in the face and all of that. I was like, man, people don't realize what those bullets do to the flesh, man. And rip their flesh apart, especially and tell it what type of jewelry you using to shooting motherfuckers with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can get sick and twisted out here with that. You know what I mean? But as far as what I've seen from Trenches News been accurate, I think niggas is putting a lot of dirt on his name and a lot of, you know what I mean? They're just spitting on him right now. You know, when you're on your way up and you really do your craft at a high level, niggas gonna come at you full force and talk their shit. But I feel like all his stories matched up. Everything, even the incident when they said they put FBG Butta in a car, a young man put him in a car, all these things was in the reports. Everything was in the report. Even how, was laid out. All this shit was in the reports, all this shit. Like every content creator that did the story on Von in that situation, Von has always been a guy that they try to accuse of this situation. And his name has always been attached to it. Always, bro. From the tweets to just the evidence at hand, from friends coming back with it was J Hood, different individuals. Everybody put Von at that place. You know what I mean? That's same with the FBG Duck situation. You know what I mean? But like I said before, I don't condone the nigga killing niggas. I don't condone the niggas with the gang banging and shit like that. You know what I mean? But some people select the lifestyle that they feel like they can live. You know what I mean? I heard Take Capone say some shit like Von was one of them niggas that he was cool with killing niggas and living the life, and he was cool with going to jail for doing life. He was cool with both of them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for Von to lose his life in Atlanta like that with the Quando Rondo situation, I was surprised that he would even fight Quando Rondo instead of just, you know, up in the pole on the young boy. You know what I'm saying? He went into a fight and Lil Tim caught him off guard. You know what I mean? Coming behind that car, busting them shots off and shit in close range. You know what I mean? Now they doing a self-defense against that. But not to go too far into all of that shit. I'm just saying, when niggas say he a serial killer, I think that's all out of pocket. It's all out of whack. You know what I mean? Niggas just doing shit for, I feel like it's more for a title. You know what I mean? For to get the algorithm, to go crazy on the internet, get people to talk about it. I seen that motherfucker on the Shade Room. I'm like, damn, Asian doll and all that type of shit coming out. Like, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? But he was a gangster, bro. You know what I'm saying? No different from the Boosies and all the other niggas that rap. You know what I mean? And that's why this was separated Tupac from a lot of these niggas. Tupac was a revolutionary, you know what I mean? Tupac was for his culture, you know what I mean? Tupac was what I would call a renegade poet. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was, you know what I'm saying? He taught this shit about what he's seen and what was in the environment. He really wasn't a part of this shit. He wasn't, you could never compare, like if you would have want to put gangsters on this shit, you would have to take like a Boosie nigga or one of them motherfuckers like that. Like, and when you look back on the shit, all in all, Pop wasn't none of it. He didn't have the resume of no King Von or no fucking Boosie or none of these niggas like that. He was a different breed. That's why I was saying, like, we got to be careful with all that serial killer shit. Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer that the white people all over the world, your white friends and your white homegirls that you sit with every day, they really inspired and loved the fuck out of Jeffrey Dahmer, who sought out our culture and done some freaky weird shit to us, taking pictures of us bent up like motherfucking chickens that, you know, when you buy a baked chicken from the motherfucking farm fresh or fries, nigga, and the shit be all tied up and glazed. That's what he was doing to human bodies, glazing bodies up and taking pictures of shit. Niggas assholes bent over and shit. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer was a sick, twisted motherfucker. That caught his end at the end. You know what I'm saying? Niggas made sure that Jeffrey Dahmer got what he deserved for all the shit that he did to the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, comparing King Von to Jeffrey Dahmer, it's like, nigga, what y'all doing, cook? Like, we not gonna compare fucking King Von to no damn Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be respectful. King Von was a fucking gangster, man. He was a gangster, no different from the Bumpy Johnsons and shit like that. You know what I mean? Lucky Luciano. You know what I mean? Al Capone, all them niggas that was gangsters that banged they shit. That's what Von was. He was a fucking gangster, bro. You know what I mean? Tukey. You know what I mean? We could keep naming all the gangsters that was all over the world, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, King David, everybody, man. All the gangsters are gangbangers. That's all Von was a gangster, bro. Y'all nigga a serial killer, bro. Like, if that's one of his motherfucking homeboys or one of his family members come out and say, yeah, Von was a little nigga stabbing up frogs and investigating the inside of the frog, and he was in the neighborhood busting up, shooting at birds and shit, and open up, cut the bird head off and shit like that. Niggas come back and tell me stories like that, I'd be more convinced. Yeah, Von was one of them niggas that he'll pop a dog and cut the dog head off and investigate the organs. Like, niggas come back and tell me that, then I'd be like, oh yeah, Von was on some serial killer shit. Other than that, you telling me he was a gangster and a gangbanger? That's all I seen from the nigga. He was protecting his set. Nigga was, you know what I mean, put respect on what they were doing in the streets. That's all I seen from that. I ain't never look at him like no shit like that, bro. Like, niggas just be on the internet trying to get titles and shit. You know what I mean? As I say, that's all that was. A serial killer, bro. We going tweaking now, bro. He was a gangster, bro. If anybody gonna say anything about Von, Von was a gangster, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? And like I said before, he inspired a lot of these maniac niggas that's out here busting their pistols, man. From New York, the nigga, Detroit, like niggas all over the world inspired by Von's story. You know what I mean? What I tell niggas out there from my city, Norfolk, Virginia, better not try it out that bitch. You better not try that, run around like King Von out that bitch. Your ass going to jail, nigga, for a long ass time. We in the Commonwealth state, bitch. They gonna lock your ass up, throw away the key, nigga. They might lock your mama up, nigga, your daughter, your kids, nigga. Commonwealth state, nigga. They gonna lock you the fuck up, nigga, for a long time. And then our people in the environment ain't built for that King Von type of shit, man. Yeah, we got killers in fucking Virginia and Norfolk and all of that shit. But niggas better not be running around on no King Von shit. You better not, nigga, talking about 7 bodies. Nigga, you gonna be 7, man. They gonna dig a hole to put your motherfucking ass in to serve the time in that bitch if they don't get your ass another way, man. You know what I mean? Like, niggas can't, bro, don't get too inspired by that shit. Like I said, I ain't walking around talking about I want to bust a nigga, none of that, man. I'm living a regular life, bro. Let King Von be the gangster that he was, but all this serial killer talk, nigga, stop it, bro. That man was a gangster, bro. Straight up gangster, bro. Every gangster all around the world, nigga. Frank Matthews, all of that type of shit, nigga. He was a gangster, man. He was a G, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's all he was. He wasn't no fucking serial killer, nigga. Fuck is y'all putting Jeffrey Dahmer and King Von in the same breath, nigga? What is wrong with y'all niggas, man? The fuck is you talking about? Nigga was a gangster, cuz. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas don't know what gangster is from a serial killer, nigga. Serial killer niggas was some sick, twisted motherfuckers. Them niggas will see your little daughter going to school and pick her up and put her in the truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of that was serial killer widow niggas do, man. I was a head buster, nigga. You know what I'm saying? For the game, for what he believes in. Like I said, I see a lot of niggas out here want to portray the King Von image, nigga. I'm like, y'all niggas, go ahead. They got a jail cell waiting for your motherfucking, especially where we from, nigga. Our culture is not built to take on a killer like that, man. I'm telling you, nigga get bust here and there. You start busting niggas like Von was, running through niggas' hood, killing 7 niggas at one time. And the way our city built up, nigga, they whole family gonna be in the motherfucking court in downtown, nigga, ready to tell on your ass, nigga. On God, they will. Motherfuckers, look, I always tell niggas, man, where we from, there's some gangsters and shit. Like, you might have a couple of niggas that's real busters out there, bitch. But the city, the culture of the people ain't built for that type of shit. You know what I mean? That's a have fun, love type of fuck, have sex, fuck type of culture. You bring in some King Von type of energy, some Chicago niggas like that. The city gonna be, them niggas gonna be doing double life, 55, 35, 85 years in a motherfucking penitentiary fucking around in Virginia like that, bro. Hell no, don't get inspired to be doing no shit like that. Them niggas gonna stick it to your ass out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real. And you're black. You're black too. They can't wait to put your ass in jail. You going to jail for a long ass time fucking around in Virginia thinking you gonna play some King Von character in Virginia. Nigga, shit. You better not try to play that type of character in Virginia, nigga. They gonna fucking oil you up. It'd be the nigga you went to school with. Bitches you went to school with. Niggas you went to school with. Them niggas be right there testifying that on your motherfucking ass, nigga. Be right there testifying on you. Yeah, they whole family in that motherfucker. Yeah, we know, we heard that, yeah, Kristen shot my peoples, man. Yup, everybody, the whole family wrote a statement on this nigga. I'm trying to tell you, niggas, the city ain't built for no niggas like that, bro. If you about to pop a nigga here and there, but you talking about running around just killing 7 niggas in one hood, and man, them niggas ain't going for that shit, man. Not where I'm from, bro. You gonna do a lot of time in jail for that shit, bro. A lot of time in jail for that. Like, they're not gonna go for that serial killer a weirdo vibe out there. You know what I mean? Or that being too gangster. You know what I mean? Like I said, niggas do what they do out there, but it ain't built for that shit. There's too many snitches in the environment. And niggas ain't built for those deaths like that. You know what I'm saying? But niggas be doing what they doing, but don't get too inspired by that Vaughn shit and try to brand that shit out there in the Virginia Norfolk area, nigga. They got a jail cell waiting for your motherfucking there. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Nigga gonna put your ass away for forever, nigga. Throw the key away, nigga. Man, they might even take your name off, nigga. You ain't even got a name no more, nigga. You just got a number, nigga. Nobody don't even know who you is no more. They're gonna erase you out there, bro. Real shit, bro. Like, well, nah, Vaughn wasn't no serial killer, bro. Vaughn was a gangster, bro. You know what I mean? True to the core of what he believed in. You know what I'm saying? That's all the bro was. Bro wasn't no motherfucking Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga. Why do you try to compare that man to Jeffrey Dahmer? Jeffrey Dahmer was out here playing with little boy asses and shit like that, taking pictures of shit, putting them in containers of the culture. You know what I mean? He liked the black skin. Like I said, a lot of white motherfuckers like our skin complexions and shit. The other race love our skin complexions and shit. It's so beautiful, it glows to them. You know what I'm saying? So they want to take pictures and do weirdo shit to niggas, man. Yeah, them niggas, yeah, that's a different breed. Vaughn was popping niggas for messing with his homies or all the dust he had experienced while he was in them jail cells. He had to get back for all that shit. Yeah, I mean, that's all it was. Like I told you, Vaughn was a basketball player. He was one of them top niggas like, you know what I'm saying? You score 40 on me on that night, nigga. I'm going to come score 50 on you the next night, nigga. I'm going to embarrass you with it. He was a true competitor when it came to that gang banging shit. That's all. That's all. I don't put nothing else on no serial killer shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, one of the family members come out and say, yeah, Vaughn was out here chopping up frog heads and shit. You know what I mean? Niggas come out and say shit like that. I'm going to have to put it in consideration if they tell me Vaughn was out here shooting up animals and, you know what I mean, as a little kid. Like they say, you know, most killers, they start fucking with animals and shit. I seen that in the neighborhood. Niggas will be busting birds and shit. Then them niggas become adults. Them niggas start busting humans, man. You know what I mean? They prepare their mind for those moments and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Watching things die. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't think Vaughn was no serial killer. I feel like Vaughn was a fucking gangster. He was a gangster, but gang banger, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was a BD. So he was banging his shit and respected his block. And he was from O Block. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all it was. You know what I mean? Not no serial killer shit, bro. Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer. I don't put fucking Jeffrey Dahmer and fucking Vaughn in the same category. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Dahmer was picking random niggas up and playing with their booty holes and shit. Vaughn was smoking niggas that was either disrespecting them on the other side of the game. And when you talk about a nigga robbing a nigga because they want some money, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about busting niggas. You know what I mean? So, nah, bro, I don't look at them like that. Unless one of the family would come out and say, yeah, Vaughn was one of them niggas. He seen a random postman and bust him in the ass. He seen the cable guy coming over to put the cable in the house, and Vaughn ran outside and bust the cable guy in the ass. So I'm like, damn, Vaughn bust the cable guy? You bust the mailman in the ass for no reason? He shot the motherfucking DoorDash delivery man? If niggas start telling me that, then I'm gonna go with that secure serial killer shit. I'm like, yeah, he a real serial killer. That nigga bust a motherfucking domino piece of man. He bust the cable guy in the ass. Vaughn was out here busting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Nigga come out and tell me that, and I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm like, so Vaughn was out here busting piece of man, and he shot a nigga. He shot the man that was selling the knockoff clothes in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, he started telling me shit like that, then I'll be believing he a serial killer, nigga. Well, other than that, I can't believe that bullshit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was just a gangster. Don't tell me that. You tell me, started telling me that nigga was shooting domino piece of mans and shit and said he popped the motherfucking mailman and shit, bust him in the ass. I started believing you then, bro. Other than that, I can't co-sign that bullshit, man. I think niggas just had a hat title and shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I don't got nothing else to say about that shit. I think Trench's News, though. You know what I mean? He a hell of a nigga, bro. I watch a lot of his content. He a hell of a nigga, bro. His stories be accurate as a bitch. I don't know what FBG Butta was talking about. FBG Butta's stories be changing, though. Like, I watch his interview and I do my little research on him, bro. His stories change a lot. One thing about Trench's News, a lot of this shit is like accurate documents and shit. That's why a lot of people feel like he just took stories and animated them. But all his information be accurate. Then FBG Butta, his shit won't accurate because of the whole thing. He was like, oh, they giving Vaughn too much credit. I'm like, nigga, they got whole documents on this shit. They got documents. They got fucking witnesses. They got all type of shit. Vaughn would have did a lot of time in jail right now, bro, if he was fucking still alive, bro. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he was in his feelings because of the KI shit. But bro, the documents and everything that is stated all over, it's all over the internet. This shit ain't, it's record, it's all over the internet, bro. Like, you ain't saying this shit? Like, bro, man, that nigga, man would have been doing double life sentences right now, bro. All these murders that he connected to, bro. Like, nigga would have been gone for a long ass time, bro. You know, it's funny that this shit come out when the man passed away, bro. Like, everything came out. Like, niggas couldn't wait to tell their stories and shit. You know what I mean? When one of his closest mans said that nigga Pop K.I. came back and told him. That shit was on the documentary too. That shit been was out there. And not just him. Multiple niggas been saying that shit, man. Like, come on, bro. I don't know, but I think Butta got a little issue. He kind of, yeah, I get it. You don't fuck with Vaughn. I get it. But goddamn, bro. Keep it's real. The real is real, bro. Fake is fake, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's there. Like, it's all the information. Like, nigga, I ain't even from Chicago. Nigga, I seen, like, hella documents and shit with Devon connected to this shit. That's just one joint. Like, but it's all there. Like, everybody can see the shit. Like, it ain't nothing like a blind man could fucking put his hand on the shit and see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't know why FBG Butta trying to come at Vaughn on shit like that. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Real is real, fake is fake, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't get that. I don't get the story behind why he do that. I mean, the documents and shit is out there already. You know what I mean? I don't get the FBG Butta shit. I don't get, maybe mad at Trench's News and Vaughn and shit like that. But the shit is out there, like, you know what I mean? It's out there, bro. I don't know what's Bicky you say, whoa, Vaughn. The nigga Vaughn, close friend, literally said that he popped K.I. Like, nigga realized, said the shit. Like, he popped the nigga, came back and told me he popped it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know what else you gonna, I mean, how many other sources you want this shit to come from? Like, I don't know. But I don't know. It is what it is. And that's the track record of the messages, bro, like, that was coming out between them two. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You know how some people be, bro. They say, I ain't giving you credit for nothing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But the real is the real, bro. Niggas in every city know what Vaughn was doing out there. He was terrorizing shit as much as he possibly can. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out, G.
A will to win a healthy life. All natural products. Come join the new movement, guys. We got products in different categories such as sports, weight loss, beauty, and also household products that's all made all natural. Click the link in the description.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit that like button. And when you hit that notification bell, it will always let you know every time that I upload new content.